All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Live with Amy at 333. This is your host, Amy Marino, coming to you live during quarantine every day at 333, and I hope that you'll take a few minutes out right now out of your busy day or your relaxing day and join me. So today is episode 30. It is Friday, May 15th, 2020. And we've been moving through this quarantine journey together, and I hope that this has helped you a great deal to bring you some peace and some positive things to focus on, and a little bit of healing to do along the way. We've been learning different meditations, we've been exploring different crystals, different oracle cards, so it's really been quite an exciting journey to be able to put this together for you guys. So I'm so grateful for those of you that are joining and have been following along each day, and that are commenting and letting me know that you're here and enjoying all of this time that we get to be together and connect for a little bit, even though we're all sort of separate and in our own little quarantine world. It's really cool to be able to do this, so I'm feeling very grateful for that today. Sanctuary is still closed for just a little bit longer. The physical location in Brewster, Cape Cod, and hopefully any day now we'll be able to open those doors. But of course, in the meanwhile, you can actually contact the sanctuary. You can still book a remote session, remote healing, reading, clearing, or mentoring session with me via video chat, just like we're doing now. And the online classes, of course. I'll have a few more of those popping up, coming up in the next few days. So we have been talking and exploring a lot about our personal vibration. And with that has sort of led us to this whole discussion and topic of clearing out the chakras as a process to get our vibration nice and high. And remember, that vibration is that personal energetic frequency that is going out into the universe and attracting events and energies and people and things to you. So, as well as your ability to be open to and receiving and trusting divine communication from your soul, your highest self, the voices of your highest divine team of assigned angels, guides, and master teachers. So, those are some of the things we've been working on in this journey, and if you've missed any episodes, I invite you to go back. You can go on the Facebook page, the videos, or on our website, thesanctuarycapecod.com. Go to the Live at 333 tab, all the way on the right, and you can actually binge watch all of those past 30 episodes. All right, so we are working on this journey of the chakras this week. It's Chakra Week here at the Sanctuary, and we have started on Monday with root chakra. We've been working our way up, and we are working on throat chakra today. So as you can see, I have color coordinated all week. We've got this beautiful turquoise blue for you today. So with that throat chakra, it is our fifth chakra up, right over the center of the throat. If you were to imagine it, you'd see a bright, beautiful ball of clean, clear, turquoise light spinning and radiating. When we get, and that is our center of self-expression, communication, and truth. So when that throat chakra becomes blocked up, unbalanced, we can experience thyroid problems, sore throat, teeth issues. On the emotional level, just difficulty expressing our feelings, feeling like we're not heard or unable to speak. So physically, that chakra balances over the thyroid, respiratory, teeth, and vocal cords. So finding and expressing your song and your personal authentic voice is vital to your spiritual growth and development, and also your ability, as I said, to be heard and to create the life that you really want. I think this is something that women in particular have struggled with, certainly throughout history, fighting for that voice to count and to be heard as equal. So we have had, as women, have also had a lot to do, healing work to do in this area, not just for ourselves, but for everything that's been passed down to us through the genetics, through the ancestral lines, of those things that were unresolved. So when it's unresolved, it gets passed down, right, for that next generation to clear it and resolve it. So, and that comes through the genetic lines, through their traumas, their beliefs, and their experiences. And then those things are then passed down to us. So we have the choice now. We can clear and heal as much of that as we can, or we can pass it down to our children and our daughters and their daughters and the generations to come after us. So that's kind of the choice that we have with that. So one of the reasons to really work to find that place where we can truly express ourselves in our authentic voice. So we'll chat after the meditation about a little bit more about what that means to find that authentic voice and ways to balance out the throat chakra. And we're going to do that in just a moment, right after our throat chakra meditation. And then of course I will have a challenge for you, some crystal chat with Apatite, that's our crystal of the day. And of course, our oracle card of the day. I have a brand new deck you guys haven't seen yet. It is the Oracle of the Unicorns. So gorgeous deck, love this. You're gonna love the message that came out for you today. So please tune in to the end of the show for the draw of the card of the day. Okay, so just quickly, you can catch yoga with Kelly Jacobson on Tuesdays and Thursdays via Zoom. And you can do that right on the Sanctuary website. You can find out more and you can sign up for those yoga classes and still have that connection and a little bit of that healing yoga right from your living room. And as I said, I have a few classes running right now: Psychic Development 1, Psychic Development 2, Angel Links, but I will be adding a few more classes onto the calendar coming for you guys to hop in on. I have a few new classes I'm going to be writing as well, and I do have a big upcoming surprise, so I can't really reveal too many details yet, but I'm working on something big, so stay tuned for more information about that in the upcoming days. Okay, so this is the part in our show where we are going to get our sage, and we're going to take a minute to do a little bit of collective clearing together. And you know, this is a habit, especially at this time in the afternoon, because I find a lot of us are really crash between that 2 and 3 o'clock period, especially if you happen to be an empath and you're sensitive to energy. That's usually the point where you start to plummet a little bit. You know, and a lot of us have gone through the day of school or the day of work or whatever, you know, our tasks and responsibilities were that we were taking care of for that day. So, excuse me, so I find that around that 3 o'clock time is kind of a pinnacle time, and you know, that's one of the reasons that I picked for us to spend this time together and to do this meditation and take this time out to just breathe and be and connect, clear, heal, recharge, ground, all of those fun things we've been doing on this journey together. So all right, sage, if you have your sage, we are going to be working with the California white sage, which is my favorite. All right, so we've got some of this beautiful sacred smoke going here. This is going to cleanse and purify the energy field to help us reach that higher frequency and connection, get our antenna up. We've been talking about that. And we just start around the crown and bring that down, around the shoulders, around the body. Still allowing that sacred smoke to cleanse, clear, and purify you. And if you don't have your sage, just sort of visualize and imagine that you are here with the sacred smoke coming all around you. And just breathe. Of course, we're going to bring a little bit of this around our sacred area out here to set an energetic boundary, to protection, to raise the vibration, and just to really set and sanctify it as sacred space. So, of course, I'm outdoors. I'm not at the sanctuary today since we are closed. I'm in my outdoor garden sanctuary at home that we've been working on creating together during this journey. So obviously the outdoors is beautifully pure and pristine, but again, it's just about sort of setting a little bit of that energetic boundary for yourself and creating what feels like sacred space. Okay. Set that down. All right, so I brought out the G bowl, the blue G bowl for you guys today. G is the note that resonates and clears with the throat chakra. All right, so I invite you to just sit back, relax for a few minutes, and join me in meditation. All right, so you can see this beautiful blue bowl that we have to assist us here today with a little bit of the sound therapy, which we do a tremendous amount with sound therapy at the sanctuary. It's all about the sacred sound, helping to move and cleanse and clear the vibrations, along with a lot of the other crystals and beautiful angels and other things that we are working with to assist us in this spiritual journey, in this clearing and healing process as we go through these changes, this ascension to new levels of self-awareness and consciousness of ourselves and each other. All right. Nice reminder, turn your cell phones on vibrate if you are going to join us in meditation so you don't get disturbed. All right. Beginning with the breath. Bringing your awareness there. Slowing down your breathing. Slow, deep breaths all the way in. Long, releasing breaths all the way out. Letting go with every breath. Letting go of the day. Whatever was happening before you arrived. Whatever's been weighing on your heart and on your mind. Releasing it out with every breath. Surrendering it over through your will, your intention, your breath. You feel more and more relaxed as the tension begins to melt away from your mind, your body, your spirit. And you begin to see a soft white light glowing just above the top of your head. Allow that light to begin to enter, flowing down gently like a waterfall, beginning to flow down through each and every chakra, cleansing and clearing, balancing and aligning. It does this automatically, easily, and effortlessly. Bringing your awareness now to the throat chakra. Begin to see this radiant white light pooling and collecting there, becoming brighter and brighter, until finally a beautiful turquoise blue colored crystal is revealed. This crystal glows brightly with divine life force energy. It radiates outward, wave after wave of turquoise blue light emanating from the center of your throat chakra, flowing outward. As it expands outward, it allows for even more light to be held and processed. Any darker or lower vibrational energies or blockages are swept away easily in the waves of sound and turquoise blue light. The turquoise-colored crystal continues to pulsate. Vital life force energy out into every part of your being. Every layer, every cell, every particle. See and feel that turquoise light sweeping through, infusing itself into the very core of your being. You feel any restrictions releasing to the heavens as feelings of newfound freedom, truth, and self-expression are activated. You feel a song welling within your heart. It is the song of your soul. It simply wants to be heard be expressed, to be embraced and shared. As these restrictions release one by one, you feel them lifting off of you like weights, and then flying up and away like balloons to the heavens. Bright turquoise light floods in its place where anything was released. As you now receive divine permission and request from your soul to speak freely and purely. You now find the words flying from your mouth, leaping from your tongue, easily and effortlessly. You find this flow happening naturally, not with words of haste, anger, or without thought, for these are authentic words, spoken with love, and truth, because they are from your soul, your true self. Breathe. See and feel yourself being authentically heard. See and feel yourself authentically listening. Your throat chakra pulsates with life. You feel yourself in a state of divine bliss, truth, and strength. Simply be aware of the radiant light emanating forth from your entire being. I am. As you become ready, slowly and gently, bringing yourself back. Back to this present moment. Back to this time and place. Gently becoming aware of your physical body, your fingers, your toes, the chair, floor, or ground beneath you. You return from this healing meditation, feeling centered, grounded, and at peace. And we humbly give thanks for all that was released and all that was received. And I ask that this healing be received for you on every level, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And so it is. All right, guys. So welcome back from that throat chakra healing meditation that we just enjoyed together. So I thank you for joining me and taking a few minutes out for yourself today to give a little bit of love and attention to that throat chakra. So important. So let's chat about a few crystals that we can use and a few positive affirmations to work with that throat chakra. Throat chakra crystals. Sodalite is probably one of the staples for the throat chakra, best known. Blue chalcedony, angelite, which we spoke about a few episodes ago. Aquamarine, turquoise, very popular for the throat chakra. Blue lace agate, blue calcite, amazonite, apatite, aqua aura. So generally anything in that blue family, especially the lighter blues or the turquoise blues, are going to work really well with that throat chakra. And then some of those deeper, darker, almost indigo blues like the lapis, don't forget, are going to work really well with the third eye and amethyst, of course. So those are a few crystals on your list that should be into your collection for throat chakra. And especially keep in mind, if you're trying to keep that throat chakra balanced out, wearing something around your throat, a gemstone that will be possibly blue and that will help to work with that throat chakra if that tends to be a challenge for you. And especially if you have any kind of a speaking engagement, you should be working with a blue crystal that day, whether it's an important one-on-one personal conversation or, you know, even speaking a presentation or in front of a large group. So those are a few things that extra that we can use to support that throat chakra. Throat chakra affirmations. I speak the truth. I express my feelings and thoughts with conviction. I speak from my heart. I allow the world to see, hear, and know the true, authentic me. I act with integrity. I allow myself creative expression. My energy resonates with sincerity, honesty, integrity, and honor. All right, so those are a few of those positive affirmations that really vibrate and harmonize with that throat chakra. So a few other things that we can do to balance out that very important energy center. Singing and chanting, that is actually one of the best, most powerful ways to open up, to activate that throat chakra. And do it without shame. Without shame, whether it's in the shower, in the car, outside, by ourselves, in front of people. Just allow yourself to open up and belt out your favorite song. That is one way to really get that throat chakra activated. Journaling, journaling is a huge form of self-expression, so that can be a beautiful way to work with expressing some stuff that's been tied and bound up in that throat chakra, creating those constrictions and blockages that you might be experiencing. Really practicing all forms of verbal, written, and creative expression. So of course, creative expression also, our creativity is tied into that second chakra, the sacral chakra, and then the throat, that's how we express it. That's our ability to express it and express it authentically. So whether we're making a painting, we're whittling wood, we're doing photography, we are writing a poem, we are singing a song, whatever it might be, it's that creative form of being able to actually express it that is connected in with that throat chakra. So practicing all of those types of creative expression, as I said, whether it's verbal, whether it's written, whether it's something creative, will all work with opening up and balancing out that throat chakra. By the way, there is an amazing song by John Mayer called Say. You might have heard it. It says, say what you need to say. That song makes me kind of emotional. So it is so true that so often we don't speak our truth. We hold it in for so many various reasons. So if you are maybe struggling with expressing your true feelings to somebody, maybe give that song a listen. See if it doesn't help to inspire you a little bit. Why is expressing ourselves sometimes so difficult? There can be a lot of reasons. It could be past life trauma that has created energetic imprints and impressions on our soul that we've carried those things through. And guess what? We get to keep working through them until we've worked through them. That's the way that those things work. It could be experiences from growing up. It could be relationships that have conditioned us not to speak, that maybe it's not safe or we're not heard. Right? Even children are told they should be seen and not heard. So right from the get-go, for many of us, especially for a certain generation or age group where that was more common, that could be one of those belief systems or programs that was then instilled that needs a little bit of healing and attention and acknowledgement and release, so that we can work past those belief systems to find those more authentic truths that really do resonate with the divine beings that we are and our authentic soul. Often too, it's a fear of judgment, right? What will they think if I say what I really think or what I really feel? We're afraid of that judgment from others. And we all have masks that we wear. It's interesting, we're all having to go out with masks right now, but before this ever happened, every single day of your life you have a mask that you put on and that you wear. And that is that front to others, right? People say, oh, how are you? Are you okay? And we go, we're fine. Or we say, we're good. That might not be true, but we have this mask that we put on to sort of protect ourselves and the inner thoughts and feelings that we might be having, to put on more of that communal face that we think will be accepted by those that we are in our community or those that we're interacting with. So we keep inside those things because we're afraid of judgment, ridicule, and rejection most often. So this is also connected to respecting ourselves. Respecting ourselves to realize enough that our voice matters and that it's worthy of being heard and that we have something important to say. We have a story to tell. And personally, I've always struggled with speaking my voice and finding that authentic voice. and the throat chakra. So being somebody who's very shy, I personally respect a lot others who speak their mind, and even if I don't necessarily agree with what they've said. So I try to keep that in mind, that sometimes it helps and inspires me a little bit to find that place where you can just speak your authentic voice. Remember a little while back, not that long ago, there was a huge movement that is still going on that was created by the Me Too hashtag. And if you remember, that tore through social media like wildfire. It started with one person, one voice to share that. And then that gave permission, that enabled and empowered so many thousands of others to be able to also express something that had happened to them, bringing to light years of wrongs that have been committed and swept under the carpet, but also creating a mass healing of the sacred feminine, who now felt safe enough to let that authentic truth be heard, releasing huge blockages of pain, fear, guilt, and shame. So important things happening as we find that place to express our true voice. Finding and speaking your authentic voice is also one thing that will really help you to step into your personal power and onto the path of your divine life purpose. Finding and expressing that voice is often part of your divine life purpose. So think about, what is your inner message to the world? What is your personal mission statement? And what are the ways that you can express that and bring that forward? I know that myself, I could not truly step into my power and do what I do until I finally decided to let others see the true me, which is a scary thing. But that means family, friends, and community. And that can be very scary, especially for someone like myself who grew up in a very, very strict religious community that does not believe in any of the things that I talk about and teach and share and do. So remember, if I let those fears block me, along with my own shyness, insecurity, fear of judgment, we wouldn't be here right now together sharing this very important conversation. So once we move past all of that fear and judgment, that is when we can really become a channel, an instrument for divine communication. We can become a clear vessel for spirit to speak through us and bring hope and healing to others. So those are some of the things when we really start to move and work with releasing that throat chakra, finding that true authentic voice, we start to find our true authentic place in the world. So also, we're in this chat about ways that we can work with that throat chakra wearing blue. So I mentioned that in the beginning. And actually, think about the blue power suit for men, right? When they have a big speaking engagement, there's the blue power suit. So that is because the color blue resonates with that throat chakra. So again, wearing blue if you're needing a little extra boost of color therapy to balance that out. Working with your blue crystals, wearing them around the throat, wearing them as bracelets too is great, and it will work fantastically. Visualize that beautiful blue turquoise light, breathing that in down into the throat chakra and expanding that out. Okay, so that is just a little bit of what I have to say about throat chakra. All right, so that brings us to our challenge. So easy, our challenge this today, until I see you again tomorrow, is to do something to work with balancing out that throat chakra. So sing a song, write a poem, whatever it might be, to work on a little bit of self-expression. Start a journal, a blog, have that conversation you've been putting off, whatever it is. Okay, so that brings us to our crystal chat segment. And today I brought out Apatite. So this is a less commonly known crystal that you might not be as familiar with. And I brought out a couple of different pieces here. So this is a small tumbled apatite. Well, you can get kind of a good look at that. It's got a bluish green. It's kind of a very teal looking color. It's got a little bit of marbling swirls of some lighter, paler shades of that. And I brought this is actually a necklace that I have. And you can get a really beautiful look at that apatite there in the sunlight. It is just that gorgeous, gorgeous turquoise blue. I also have this piece here. This is a large piece, and see if you guys can get a good look at that. You can really see some of these very, very pretty blue colors coming in here. All right, so a little bit about our apatite. There we go. Apatite comes from the Greek word to deceive, interestingly, which is so ironic, really, since we're talking about this idea of the throat chakra resonating with truth. But the reason it is called to deceive is because it comes in so many variations of color and formations that this stone is easily mistaken for a lot of other gems and minerals. So that is part of why it has that name, or is derived from that name. The variation, it can go from very light to bright or dark blue, even within the same crystal. So I just kind of showed you, this is probably our brightest one. We had a little bit of more of like the darker green, and then like the really darker turquoise as well. This is a stone that will eliminate overactivity, balance underactivity, blockages and congestion in all of the different chakras. It has a yin-yang balancing energy to it. So whatever is a little bit out of balance, either over or under, kind of bringing that back into the proper balance and alignment. It can help to activate and raise Kundalini energy. It stimulates 2 chakras, really, the throat and the third eye, because it has that range from the the lighter to the deep dark blue. It is very powerful stone that can assist you with past life work, accessing that information of other lifetimes, places that you might have been, people that you might have been. It can access the Akashic records, which are the divine records of every soul and energy that has ever existed. It is excellent for dream retrieval, problem solving. So for dream retrieval, you put it under your pillow at nighttime. It can stimulate all of the clairs pretty much. So clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance. Can connect you to the fairy realms. And interestingly, angels, star beings, so all kinds of interesting things with this magical little apatite. Telepathy, sight, vision. Energetically, it can clear confusion and frustration. It can expand knowledge and truth within you. It's also a very comforting, soothing energy to it that can help to alleviate depression, sorrow, anger, frustration, apathy, stress. On the physical level, one of the most interesting things that this little stone can do, even though it's so pretty, it can actually work with appetite suppression, suppressing hunger, raising your metabolism. And then it also gives supportive energy to all of the glands, meridians, and organs. So again, wearing a little bit of apatite might assist you in that, if that is one of your endeavors, is to bring your physical body into a little bit more of a healthy balance and alignment. Again, remember, this blue apatite is balancing things out that might be over or under, in excess or under. It can also, on the physical level, assist in the formation of new cells, the absorption of calcium, healing bones, teeth, cartilage, joint problems, motor skills, and even some arthritis. And it's going to generally support, as I said, those glands, meridians, and organs. Can also be used with vertigo, dizziness, headaches, to stimulate eyesight or alleviate eye strain. So don't forget also your hearing and like your inner hearing, because throat's also connected in with your ears. So if some of those issues are addressed as well with this beautiful apatite. And again, my tip for the apatite would be really wearing it on the bracelet on the wrist, or as some kind of a pendant around the throat. Or of course in your pocket is always just a good thing too, if you're not a big jewelry person, just having it in your pocket or in a pouch in your pocket. Maybe with some other stones. Remember, our quartz is an amplifier, so anything that you add the quartz to, that energy is going to be amplified even more. So if you wanted it to kind of give the apatite a power boost, combine it with some piece of quartz and put those together in your pocket or in a pouch, and see what kind of movement we have here with whatever your intention might be for that. Okay, so that is our crystal of the day, this beautiful, gorgeous apatite. All right, so that brings us to our oracle card of the day. And I just want to remind you, as we are getting that out, that if you are enjoying all of these free episodes and content that I'm bringing to you guys, then there's a few ways you can support the sanctuary. You can sign up for any of our upcoming classes on Zoom via our website, thesanctuarycapecod.com/classes. You can book a reading, healing, clearing, or mentoring session with me, remote, just like we're doing right now. You can purchase a gift certificate from the Sanctuary's website, the gift card tab right next to the homepage. You can make a donation. You can like this video and share. You can like our Facebook page. You can click to get the notifications when the live videos come. And of course, there is a reviews page on Facebook. If you go on there, review section, and you click 5 stars, that will help others to find us, know we have something of value to share. So I greatly appreciate that from you guys. All right, so today I pulled out a gorgeous deck. This is the Oracle of the Unicorns. I know that is reversed as you're seeing it. And this is by Cordelia Francesca Brabs. So, really pretty card today. Actually just intended to pull one, but they were so pretty I pulled 3. So, the card that came flipping out of the deck today, of course, just before the show, I asked and intended for a card to come out for you that would be effective, useful, and appropriate. So just before this card flew out of the deck, which is, it says friendship. Seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, and spend more time socializing. Which, again, ironic, right? But we know that there's lots of ways that we can still socialize, even from home, of course, because all of the great technology that we have right now, just like we are together right now. And of course, hopefully all of this quarantine stuff will be lifted soon, and then we can get back out in the mix a little bit with the most important people that we know and love, and the most important places that we want to spend time, like the sanctuary, of course, right? So this beautiful card, and I'm going to read what this says to you, the additional message in the book, because it was quite beautiful. It says, this unicorn is calling on you to surround yourself with positive people who love you, accept you, and support your desire to grow. As you accelerate on your spiritual path, it is important that you are connected with like-hearted souls who share your vision for an abundant, happy life full of magic and possibility. Laughter and fun with these friendships will help you to raise your vibration and attract positive encounters through your uplifted energy. At present, you may feel influenced or held back by friends or family who are stuck in their own judgments and limitations. See any patterns or wounds, they are mirroring back to you as a gift. Be willing to do the inner work to overcome those patterns for yourself. Forgiveness will help you to move forward faster than resentment, so bless them, forgive them, and then let them go. If you release relationships, it may create space in your life and time. And for a time, you may feel as if you are journeying alone whilst your new soul family finds you. Use this period to go within and deepen your love and trust for yourself. Trust and know that when you are worthy, or that you are worthy of a wonderful group of companions who support each other. This card encourages you to follow your guidance to new places or attend events where you are likely to meet people from your soul group. Remember, they are looking for you just as you are looking for them. It will be a beautiful reunion when you recognize each other. All right, so beautiful card. And of course, this ties in because when we surround ourselves with supportive, positive, like-minded people, it becomes much easier for us to find that and speak that authentic voice. So think about that. We've been talking about that a little bit, about who you spend time and surround yourself with for your friends, your companions, and places that you decide to spend time. So really thinking about those choices and making sure that we make positive choices to support all of the beautiful growth and development that we're trying to do. We want to bring in circumstances around us and people around us that will support that growth and development. And two, when you bring in those types of people, and again, they're, speaking spiritual matters and like-minded things like we're talking about today, not only going to learn more, you're going to grow more spiritually by taking those things in. Again, you're going to find it so much easier to be able to speak your truth about all of the strange and interesting things that you might be experiencing. So think about that and really think about, starting to get back out there and connecting back in the world without fear, because those interpersonal relationships and communications are so important and necessary. So I wanted to pull more cards and more from this beautiful deck. The next card that came out is Intuition. So this is gorgeous. It says, listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. This beautiful card here. And then the third card, so that's kind of self-explanatory. We've been talking a lot about this over the weeks of really listening and trusting in that voice of our intuition, our soul, our divine voice. And remember that doubting voice comes in about 5 to 10 seconds after this authentic voice comes in. So we want to turn down the volume on that second voice and tune back into that first one, because that is the one that is going to lead us to everywhere that we want to be, our true happiness, path, and joy, and destiny. The third card I pulled, Magic. Make a wish, believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you now. And perfectly sort of tied in with this idea of friendship, finding our authentic voice, trusting, listening, and acting on our intuition. Because guess what? That is when the magic really happens. When we can hear it inside of us in whatever way it's perceived, and then we can trust it and act on it. That is when all of the magic happens around us. So beautiful card to end our show here today. Trust in the magic that is all around you. Unseen, it is there, loving you, supporting you, leading you down that path of divine grace. All right, guys, that is our show for today. So I thank you so much. I'm so grateful for this time that we get to spend together each and every day as we go through this most interesting journey. So I am sending you divine healing and light and unconditional love. And I hope that you'll join me back here again tomorrow at 333. Of course, we'll be working on Third Eye tomorrow, so don't miss that. Make sure you tune in for Third Eye. Don't forget, if you did miss any of the Chakra episodes or any of the previous episodes, you can go back the Facebook page or our website, thesanctuarycapecod.com, under the Live at 333 tab. So again, I thank you so much. I love you. Have a beautiful, gorgeous day until I see you again tomorrow at 3:33.